No! 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 How's it going, everybody? Major 4x4 here to bring you Moth House. That's right, Moth House. Created by Ken Forrest, who also created Wheat Harvest Paradox, which was, well, a confusing horror game about driving a combine in a wheat field, but which, by them standards, is still pretty strange. So then, why make a horror game about moths? What do you know about moths? You know, the little insects that eat your clothes, from what I remember. The game takes place in your father's house, and he decided to skip town and ask you to release his moths, and good God, look how many there are. Like, I didn't know there was this many type of moths in the world. And apparently Ken did, and included them all in the game, which is actually very cool because it's also very informative, because I had no clue any of these moths existed. In a wonderful PlayStation graphic goodness, the game seems pretty tame. Get moths from area, rinse, repeat. And all seemed pretty well until... Yes, that's right. A giant moth comes and grabs you, but not to kill you. Oh no. He takes you into the basement and puts you into his cocoon. This happened so much. I lost count. But what's the consequence for this happening? Nothing. Just back to the basement. It said it was only supposed to be 15 to 20 minutes long, but I think it lied to me, because I literally spent about a good 43 minutes to even beat the game. Which is not bad. What I thought was going to be a quick game turned into an adventure to get away from Mothman there and capture the rest of the moths. Now, the wonderful thing about this game is that it does have 3 endings, which is amazing for an indie game to have multiple endings. Makes you go back to it and play it. I would do it, but there are so many moths. I mean, wouldn't you just be terrified if your whole entire house was filled with moths? I never thought a horror game about moths could be any scary whatsoever. I mean, they fly around, they're kind of big, but they're not dangerous. Would you be in a house full of moths and be okay with it? Because to me, there is such thing as too many moths. I mean, hell, I spent match after match, minute after minute, sitting here trying to capture these goddamn moths, but a lot of them would not come with me easily. Any sane person would be terrified, but my in-game father is no ordinary man. Apparently to him it's normal to skip town and just leave a note for your son to not forget to release all the moths. No mention of the Mothman in the goddamn building, making it impossible to get all the moths. Why on earth would you create a gigantic moth? The only reason I can think of is that his competition is a tailor or a clothing store. All it really does to me is kind of annoy me. Go, shoot. But the Mothman does bring some suspense to a very atmospheric game. But I will admit that the game did bring a very amazing atmosphere to what is known to me as a very non-dangerous insect. I mean, there's a lot of people that made, horror games about spiders and, wasps, I think, but never about moths, which to me seemed kind of strange, but it actually did work. The ending I got was for getting some of the moths, even though I thought I got all of them. And what did I get? That's right. A releasing the moths and cut the black. Which seems kind of fitting. And there you have it. I mean, Moth House is a wonderful indie game in which you just pretty much catch moths and try to dodge a very gigantic and terrifying moth that would just put you up in a cocoon. But honestly, it's not bad at all. It works for its source material. There's a lot of things to do, and you can, like I said, it has 3 endings to where you can sit there and catch all the moths. I'm sure it's one of them, and catch some of the moths, which I think I got, or don't know what the third would be though. But honestly, the graphics were wonderful for it being a PlayStation-like graphics. The sound design was amazing. I mean, it really put it in the mood with the thunder and lightning storm that's happening outside, all the way to just the fluttering of the moths inside the house. If you're on itch.io and you're looking for just a not so terrifying, but also at the same time very atmospheric game, go check it out. It's for free. Links down below. Hey guys, thanks for sticking around this far. Let me know what you thought about the new format down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and here's some other videos that I think you guys may enjoy. I hope you have a wonderful day and be safe. Bye-bye.